Welcome back to Allison Customs Project Car TV. I'm Jeff Allison, and thank you for watching. This is one of my help section videos, and what we're talking about today is the GT150 and the GT280 Delphi plug. And these plugs they're watertight. I use them all the time. You can get them anywhere from single pin all the way up to I think 8, maybe even a 10-pin version. I know you can get 8s. They work with metal pins on the end of the wire with a wire seal. And there's a little rubber boot on the inside down in there. If you look real close, I don't know if the camera can even pick it up, there's a green ring down in the bottom of this one, rubber seal, that when these two are plugged together, when these two are plugged together, that seals up. And then there's a male and a female pin, and this one's for the 150. I'm going to show you this is for the 280. It's a little bit larger, so it's a little easier to see. So this is the male pin with the rubber boot. It's on a piece of 10 gauge wire. The female, when they're inside the connector there, then they plug in like this, and then there'd be a female 10 gauge wire over here, and plugs in about like that. I've got the exposed wire a little bit long. You only need about 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to trim these up. I'm going to show you how to make one, how to do one of these, and we're going to install it in the plug. And then I've got this one where it's been trimmed off, and we're going to show you how to take the pins out in case you need to do that. What we're going to need is a couple of crimpers, wire stripper. That's the tool for the removal. Now I bought my kits. I don't get a sponsorship or anything, but they've been a decent price. They've always sent out a quality product. Casper Electronics there. I bought my kits here at Casper Electronics. This box I've bought several times over the years. This box is with my 150s, the smaller series, and then I reused one of their boxes, and this is my 280 series, and it's the larger pins. I don't even know if they sell the 280 series. I use Waytek, W-A-Y-T-E-K, to do my 280 series. And honestly, I buy almost all my refills for even the 150 series now from Waytek. But if you just want a kit, you're only going to do maybe one car or one project, buying their kit's really helpful because it comes with everything except the dedicated pliers or crimpers. Pins come on these strips, and I assume that's for some automated machinery to actually do them. I just clip them off. I'm going to set these other pins aside. So this is what a male looks like when it's done. Like I said, on these you only need about 1/8 of an inch of wire, so we're going to trim that wire back. And it's actually easier if you put the boot on first and then trim the wire, get your size. Now this particular set of pliers has ports for 16 gauge and 16 and 18 gauge and 20 and 22 gauge. The male pin fits all the way down in there, plugs in. The female pin does just the same. We're working with 18 gauge wire here, so we're going to put the 18 gauge in there, and it fits right down in there tight. It's got a double step to get both of these crimps, the crimp that holds the boot as well as the crimp that gets the wire. We're going to go to the first click, slide our wire in, and just find that if I rotate it just a little bit, I can get it in there nice and snug, right up to the edge of that boot, and then you're going to crimp it. And it catches the wire, gets the boot, it plugs right in, plugs all the way down. I didn't click it in. You'll actually hear a click when it's all the way done. And then you put this wire retainer in here as an added safety to keep it from pulling back out. So that's how it goes. The male pin works just the same. They only go in one way, so once you find that direction. And if you look inside there, there's a second hole. And that second hole is so if you need to remove it, you can place this tool in that second hole. It actually moves a couple of little plastic clips out of there to keep it to release it from the pin. So I've got a set here of male pins that I want to be able to reuse this housing. So I'm going to stick this down in there, and you use a pair of pliers. The trick I found is if you can push in on the wire just a little bit and pull the tool at the same time, and of course if this is all on a harness it's a little harder, that pin will pull right out of there. So this is a 3-pin male for the 150 series, and here's a 3-pin male for the 280 series. And you can see it's just physically larger, it has a larger cavity for bigger pins. This is a male pin that's already been crimped, and I didn't do a very good job. I should redo that one. But it would plug down in there. Works just the same as the other series and uses the same tool should you need to remove one. The difference is this set of pliers, and I'm sure they make a dedicated set of pliers or crimpers for these larger 280 series pins. I haven't gone looking to buy them. That set of crimpers is about $150. So, in fact, there's the Delphi number for the 150 series, 153-59996. For the larger series, I use this set of crimpers, which is a universal set, but it has the double crimper teeth or jaws in there. So we'll make a female here. The trick here is the double set of jaws. One set of jaws is slightly larger than the other. One set of the tangs on here is slightly larger than the other as far as length. Set that down in there and get it to the first click on your ratchet. Set the wire inside it and get it flushed up as close as you can to the outside of the jaw, and then crimp it. And you get very similar crimp as the dedicated tool. This dedicated tool probably does a slightly better job, but this does well enough that I'm happy with it and not willing to spend. I think this was a $60 set with multiple interchangeable jaws for different projects. I've shown this in another video, but it does a quality enough job that I'm happy with it to use with the 280 series weight deals. Now, these also have the ability to have this secondary retainer, although I have yet to find anybody who actually stocks them so that I could get some. I have not found that it's been necessary to have them. Most of the time when you're doing a wiring job, you're putting this in a loom anyway, so it's loomed up and tight, and chance of those pulling out of there is very, very slim. So that's how that works. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Allison Customs Project Car TV. Like us on Facebook and check us out at AllisonCustomsOnline.com.